Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to be able to speak to you both today. Maybe just kick off with a brief intro to Three Body Problem. People who don't know anything about it, what can they expect?
It starts off with a young girl who sees her father brutally murdered in 1960s China. She makes a fateful decision, causes a butterfly effect that causes a possible cataclysmic ending.
Existential threat.
Yes. So, how about that for an
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not brave enough here.
If you want to dive in a bit about your characters and how they fit into this world. I heard you described yours as kind of a sci-fi version of Columbo with Liam Gallagher swagger.
Yeah. He's this counter-terrorist operative. Yeah, he's like a bear, really, isn't he? He gets. We
will not stop.
We strategize, we execute, and we get results. You know, the job is all-consuming. It happened upon someone who worked in the services, as they call it, and it's a massive sacrifice that they take for the greater good. Yeah.
And Thomas Wade?
Lovely Tom. Tom is a enigmatic, shadowy figure who appears, I suppose he does, wield enormous amount of power, as in he rings up heads of government and United Nations Secretary General, and they do what he tells them to do, whatever ideas come to him. Because what you're looking at here, unlikely though it is, we're the dynamic duo who are here to save the human race.
The
Why is that funny to you? She laughed when I said
She
that.
laughed, okay.
No, very believable. And of course, the showrunners and creators have form on sort of taking what some people might call unfilmable novels and create adaptations, Game of Thrones. And I was also reading that, they wanted to do kind of for sci-fi with this, what they did for fantasy, Game of Thrones, people who don't think they like that kind of genre and making it accessible. And I guess it's by making it very character driven. So when you had the opportunity to come on board, what was your first thought?
Well, I was thrilled to be a part of this. When I saw Dan, David, and Alex on the Zoom, we talked about the project. I just knew this was a massive undertaking. It's the magnitude, the scale of this, isn't it?
Yeah. When you're offered a story that starts, as Benny said, in the Cultural Revolution in China and finishes at the end of time, then you've got to go for that because it's an easy one.
And there's a lot of seasons there, you think.
Hopefully. My accountant is looking forward to many seasons.
Yeah. It's a generational role, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be.
We're training our sons.
Yeah.
And I guess, like the best sort of sci-fi series or films, it's like on the surface, you can just sort of follow the roller coaster of it and the unraveling mystery, but you can also look at it as a massive metaphor for how humanity and society and governments respond in the face of sort of these existential crises.
100%.
Couldn't have put it better.
Yeah, it is most definitely. And it's the same with anything. It's probably the same with, you could easily, compare it to climate crisis or whatever it may be, is that if we don't pull together, we'll all go down. So division is a big part of the show, isn't it? In the human race, and it will lead to our definite demise if we turn on each other.
And I guess it's introducing that idea of like the different levels of thinking of humanity as sort of one entity, but
It is
really
one entity.
we are drawn into it by really relating to the characters and the dynamics between them, and that's what helps us sort of think of it in something that's maybe a very big concept. It helps us sort of access that.
But there's also, you have to remember, there's a huge human element to that. Like us two guys who were trying to organise the fight back, or whatever you want to call it, and we concentrate on the Oxford Five, as we call them, who are these wonderful attractive human beings who are trying to live normal lives and have now been dragged in to be at the forefront, the cutting edge of coming up with ideas and solutions to save the human race. And that in itself is enormously dramatic.
Well, I think I'm out of time, but thank you so much for sharing all that with
Nice
me.
talking to you.
I really can't wait for everyone to see Three Body Problem. Thank you.